Hey guys, I have the most incredible success story for you today from one of my clients who manifested what she kept saying was impossible and against all odds. You are going to love this, and this is going to be a real confidence booster for those of you who are having doubts about either manifestation in general or your own manifestation. You will see that this works, and I am going to tell you what she was manifesting, what she did to manifest it, how it manifested. And I have to say, this success story is not new, but I just had a session with her about something else, and she gave me new information about this particular manifestation that she had learned recently, which just makes everything even more crazy. And of course, we conscious manifestors know that nothing is really too crazy, everything is possible. But since we live in a very limited 3D world, and most people's heads are in the 3D, which causes a lot of suffering, all doubt comes from there, actually, from focusing on the 3D. And anyway, stay with me if you are dealing with any type of doubt or anxiety or anything negative around your manifestation, because this is going to be a very clear proof to you that you can manifest whatever it is that you are currently manifesting or desire. Just a reminder that my full day manifestation routine course is out now. You can purchase it from the link in the description box below. It's a course where you learn how, in a very practical way, how to put together a manifestation routine that you get the job done, which you will see specifically in this video how important it is. And if you need a more personalized help with your manifestations, you can book a coaching session with me, again, from the link in the description box below. So let's start. Again, as I said, I will tell you what she was manifesting, what she did, how it manifested, and what is this new information that we learned recently. She was manifesting getting into a university. She wanted to study a very specific thing, and she wanted to get into a very specific university, both of which she thought was impossible. She hadn't really been very persistent in her studies, and she just didn't believe it could happen. So what I suggested was that we go to the end. And that's what we did. So something important to keep in mind is that in her country, in order to get into a university, you have to pass several exams, and you have to pass all of them, after which you get called to an individual interview, after which you get selected. All of which was, she kept saying that it's absolutely impossible. Her grades are not what need to be in order to get in. Plus, that particular university is so prestigious and so out of her league. Couldn't be done. Just couldn't be done. Plus the 3D circumstances that she hadn't studied properly. And you know, when you come to me as a manifestation coach, I don't deal with the 3D circumstances. I deal with your thoughts, your emotions, your current mental state, your beliefs, your stories. I never ask you to do anything in the physical reality. That's not how manifestation works. We work on our inner reality and in our inner reality also. So I had her affirm that she's already got in. She's been accepted. She's already in. She's already studying in there. And I had her imagine being there. Different scenarios. This wasn't the manifestation where I had her imagine one thing on a loop. I asked her to imagine different scenarios just to create this inner experience of being there. What would you do? Who would you talk to? How would it be with the other students in class, etc.? So she kept doing that, and each session we had sessions once a week, sometimes twice a week, because she was so stressed and anxious. The whole time that she was manifesting it, not a single time has she been calm or confident. She was not believing it. From start to when it manifested, there was not the slightest belief in her that it could manifest. She was constantly stressed out about it, constantly in anxious mode. What I was doing was I was sort of gently pushing her to just do the work. She was not in a mental state even to listen to me when I was explaining how manifestation is possible, how it works, etc., which I do with clients, and it helps greatly when someone is in doubt. Hearing an explanation of manifestation and why your specific manifestation is possible is very calming and soothing and really helps with believing in what you're doing. She was not accepting any of it. For some reason, though, she believed me or some parts of what I was saying. So since she had a belief in my knowledge in manifestation, she did what I told her. Affirm. Like, I can't have you focusing on why this can't happen. Your mind needs to be focused on why it has already, not why it has already happened, but the fact that it has already happened. That's all she did. She went to her exams. She didn't pass one of them, which would exclude her from being interviewed, being called to the interview where they get selected. She came to me again, crying and in anxiety. And I, as a manifestation coach, again, I said to her, none of it happened. 3D is not our job to figure out. You have actually already got in. Keep doing the work. So she kept affirming. While again, I can't stress this enough. This is so important for some of you, because I know that probably not some, but many of you are just not believing in your manifestation. You are in a negative state, etc. She kept affirming while crying, while in stress, while not being able to sleep, eat. Like, this girl was a mess. And she knows I'm saying this, by the way. She knows everything that I'm telling you in this video. Some time passes. I think 2 weeks or something like that passes. She calls me again. And she has been called to an interview for a different university, though. And it was like, this is amazing. I can't believe this happened, but this wasn't the university that I wanted to get into. And again, I said, you know what? None of this happened. You got into the university that you wanted to, that particular one, that prestigious one, that special one that you had chosen in your mind that you were going to go to. Again, she kept affirming. At some point, not long ago, this had a deadline, by the way, on top of all this. So a very short period of time passes. She sends me an email with the welcoming letter that they receive from that particular university. Some things had happened, I don't know. Things had happened that she had been chosen to go to that particular university that she was manifesting. Didn't study properly. Didn't pass all the exams which were necessary for her to be called to the interview. Got called to the interview and got admitted into the university that she wanted. First it was a different one, we ignored that. And then she kept her mind on her end goal, and it happened. She told me that for the whole time that she was doing the work, she didn't believe it could happen, and she was stressed. Not a single moment has she been calm or confident. You know how I talk a lot about this, that you get into a calm state, you get into a knowing state that it's yours. That happens, and that happens a lot. But sometimes with some manifestations, I myself have had a couple of manifestations like this, where just because I was so stressed and focused on the negative, in order to not let me do that, I would fully focus on the outcome as if it's already true, just in order to not let myself go to the negative. And this is what I had her do. She got in, that was the success story, and it was amazing. It was impossible. Against all odds, she manifested it. Fast forward to a few days ago where she came for a different session. Of course, we talked a little bit about this old success story, and she told me that she has just learned that university where she was accepted had decided for that 1 year, that particular year, to accept as many girls as possible in order to be this sensational university, get into the news and have this sensational news out there, to have their name out there, etc., just to create sensations. So they had accepted something like 90% girls, and of course a lot of them hadn't passed everything that they needed to pass. So exams, the grades, whatever they needed to do. And something even more crazy is that this year they eliminated that. This was just a special thing that they did for that 1 year. So she got accepted, she manifested getting into a university where she, again, seen from a 3D perspective, she shouldn't be in there. So this is to say that how things happen is never your job to figure out. I get so many questions, but how this, how that? The person hasn't contacted me, we're in no contact. It's never our job to figure out how things will come to pass. Your subconscious mind is intelligent enough to know how to bring you from point A to point B, but you need to give it something to work on. If your focus is constantly on this can't happen, this can't happen, this can't happen, or how is this ever going to happen because I can't see from my human perspective how this is going to happen, then that's the reality you will get in. You will receive as a manifestation. But if even when you don't believe, your mind is on, I already got this, I already got this, I already got this, this is actually already true in my reality, your mind has to figure out some way to make it happen. That's all. And was it easy for this girl to manifest this? No, it wasn't. It's not always easy, and I get it. I know that sometimes you listen to a manifestation video and it can sound like this is so easy, nothing to worry about, etc. In reality, there's nothing to worry about, but we live in a 3D reality. We have worries, we have our fears, anxieties, etc. All of which doesn't matter to your subconscious mind. What stories are you holding on? What are you telling yourself is true? That is going to be true. So, do you have it or do you not have it? Are you that person or are you not that person? This is to say that there's nothing that is impossible. So if you think your manifestation is impossible, take this as proof that it's not. The most important thing to do is to do the work. To do whatever manifestation technique that you feel is easiest for you, is more comfortable, maybe comforting sometimes, in order to keep your attention on your desire. Everything else will figure itself out. As you saw here, this whole university created this new thing, new sensation that they wanted to be, which made her manifestation completely possible in the physical, even though there was no way that was going to happen, seen from her 3D perspective, had she not kept her mind on her goal. So I hope this inspired a lot of you. I hope that this inspired a lot of you to do the work, because do the work, that is what is going to bring you your manifestation. If you need inspiration to create a manifestation daily routine, you can check out my course from the link in the description box below. It's a full day manifestation routine course that helps you create your own routine that melts into your daily life so that it becomes an organic part of your daily life without you having to do anything extra, and so that you become consistent with your mental work and get the work done. If you need more personalized help with your manifestations, you can book a coaching session with me from the link in the description box below. Have a beautiful day and see you in the next video.